over the lifespan of the light. So in the end, it ends up being affordable, much more affordable than what people are using now. As long as we explain that to people and they see the examples, they usually get on board. We do offer some microcredit for larger home systems. We offer home systems that come with a few lights, a few USB charging ports, a television, and a fan. For that, customers pay us in really low monthly installments, similar to what they pay for kerosene and electricity right now, and they own that product over a period of 2 to 3 years after paying us back. On the lanterns, we have partnered with a few microfinance organizations who offer loans for these products, kind of like any other financial product that they offer. So a home improvement loan or a school loan or a solar lantern loan. Over 98% of our sales, of those 42,000, have been cash, not on credit.
Where does Empower get its technology?
We source the best technology from all around the world. There are so many really great, high-quality solar products out there that are developed for these situations, for these communities that need them in the developing world. The problem is that they're not able to actually reach the communities that they really need to get to. So we're focused on distribution. We test and identify a whole bunch of range of different products. We're always moving different types of products through our network to see if they're appropriate. We mostly source them from international companies. The main company that we work with right now is called D-Light Design. It's a US company. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a really good question. So we thought about that a lot. We didn't want to create an opportunity or this dichotomy where women were feeling pulled away from their household and their other responsibilities. We really wanted to focus on a job that women can do at home while taking care of their children as well. So with the sales agent model, women entrepreneurs are responsible for managing their inventory, managing their sales agents, doing their accounts, but they're not out there day to day pounding the pavement. They have lots of different sales agents. Each entrepreneur has between 5 and 15 sales agents that sell for them a few lights a month. And they just have to go meet up with them on a monthly basis to deliver them products. Exactly, or do it while children are in school. Exactly, the agents are mostly part-time. They're almost all part-time. They do other things, either they have another job, they work in a beauty parlor, or they work in a school, or they're students, or they work in their family's business, or they're just housewives, but they sell to their local networks, to their aunts, to their sisters. It's really an Avon style sales approach where women are selling to women during a time when they are already interacting with other people. They're not out there from 9 to 5 sitting at a desk. So if you saw in that second video, we have our entrepreneurs travel across the country and they do 2-part sales and marketing promotion programs. They'll go to different women's organizations, either a women's microfinance cooperative or a women's development group, and they'll pitch their products. They'll also pitch for sales agents. So they're usually members of these groups where they will just come and give a brief presentation in the groups they're already a part of, or they'll travel around to different community groups to expand their market. Anything else? Oh.
What other organizations are addressing the problem of human trafficking?
There are a few really great organizations that are addressing the problem of human trafficking in Nepal. There is one called Mighty Nepal, and there's another one called Apne Aap. Both of them are rescue and rehabilitation organizations where they will either set up like people at the borders looking for girls being trafficked across and then rehabilitate them or repatriate them back into their communities, or they'll go into the Indian or Middle Eastern sex industry and try to rescue these girls. I think there's also a good organization called the Himalayan Foundation that does some good work on human trafficking.
There's also the Foundation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a lot of organizations that work on labor trafficking. It's also a major issue in Nepal. Like I said, there's no power, there's very little options for people to work. A lot of people travel to the Middle East and to other places and find themselves in forced labor situations, unfortunately. So it's a huge issue, and I think there are a lot of great organizations that are working to provide sustainable job opportunities. That's a good question. So I had this idea. I actually started this organization with my husband. I am on the women's empowerment side, and you all know my background, where I'm coming from. He is a renewable energy guy. And we always thought, what would it be like if we combined our passions? Would women selling energy make any sense? Is that crazy or not? So after I graduated from the University of Denver, we were moving to the Netherlands so that my husband could do his master's degree. And we thought, all right, this is our chance. Let's go out there and see what's happening in our field. See if, at the time we were calling our organization Solar Babe, see if Solar Babe made any sense. So we spent a year traveling in South and Southeast Asia. We were in India, Nepal, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and just seeing what was out there. And while we were in Nepal, first of all, it was shocking, the bad energy situation there. I mean, it affects everybody, including tourists. You can't ever have your phones never charged. There's no good internet. So it was really, really clear that they had a terrible energy situation. There are no street lights, no traffic lights, nothing like that. And then I was on a trip and I was visiting a microfinance group in the south of the country. And I was speaking with the president of that microfinance group. And she was telling me about how she built this amazing, huge organization of 5,000 women, and they were operating at a huge budget. But she'd done all of this for free as a beneficiary of this community organization. And she literally said to me, but my real dream is to own my own company, and I want to employ at least 100 women. But I can't do that without solar power because we don't have power. Could you help me figure out how to bring solar to my community? I went online and I tried to make a solar panel out of cardboard, but it didn't work. So could you maybe help me figure it out? And I thought, oh my gosh, like a light bulb went off, and it was the universe. And she is my business partner. Her name is Sita. I gave her my card and said, wow, this is so fortuitous. This is actually what I want to do. And I'll be back in a few months, and we're going to start with you as our pilot entrepreneur, and you're going to sell solar lanterns. And she thought, oh yeah, right. Like, she'd heard it before. So many tourists had come by and seen the great work and said, you're amazing, I want to help you. But then they'd gone home and never done anything. And so she was shocked when I came back and saw her about 2 months later and said, I've started a crowd riser. I've raised $7,000 for you. We're going to get your business registered. We're going to get you some inventory. We're going to give you a loan. We're going to see where it goes. So she became our first entrepreneur. In her first year, she sold 500 lights. She's now my business partner and a national distributor of these D-Light solar lantern products, and is responsible for having sold all 45,000 of our lights. So she's really the reason why I started. Almost all solar lights are manufactured in China, but I think some of them also are manufactured in Thailand.
Because obviously weekends are all free, but weekends are free. So yeah, I'd love to do that.
I do not have a sample of one of the lights here. Sorry about that, but I definitely can show you some videos and pictures about
The
that.
other thing is that I can pretty much adjust my schedule because I just need to get 80 hours in 2 weeks and I can flex. And Yeah, so keep it out of your budget. Yeah, that's great.
That I bet there is a scholar were policy imposed by government, but I don't hear that you have any barriers to implementing process there. Are there any policy barriers
Oh,
by
yes.
government? And if so, how do you overcome them?
Really good question. Yes, it was not easy. It is still not easy. Nepal has probably even more complicated government structure than India, and an even tighter, more ridiculous policy situation around everything that you could imagine, from trade, importing, businesses, foreign-owned businesses, everything. It's taken us about 5 years to negotiate all these issues, and we're still struggling with them. We overcome them by, Sita has actually become a lobbyist to the government on solar lantern policy in Nepal. She's been able to enact change around the ways that we import products into the country. But it's a major problem, not to mention Nepal has struggled this year. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there was massive earthquakes that devastated the country. 1.5 million people were displaced. I have some information about the work that we did around the earthquake after this, if you want to come up to me. Also, Nepal just passed their constitution for the first time in 60 years, which has led to a lot of political strikes, a lot of violent protests, an unofficial trade embargo from India, which is causing a fuel crisis right now. So we face a whole host of problems. But there's a great saying in Nepali that women always say. It says, "Ho telika," means like, oh, what can you do? You just keep going, keep moving forward. And so we just stick to that women saying, "Ho telika," and keep moving forward. Thank you.